So hello, beautiful Starlight tribe, and welcome to Magic Month of August. I am really so excited about this show and the month that we have ahead. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Karila. I'm from the Starlight Temple. And Magic Month is an energy forecast show that combines bits of astrology, bits of channeled guidance, information about what is happening in the cycles of nature, so that you can use all of that knowledge to align and understand and be part of the flow that the month holds, for manifesting, for healing, for making sure that you have the most magical month. I'd be really grateful to those of you that are listening live. If you can let me know that you can hear and see and that the technology is working correctly. Hi Bonnie, great that you can make it live. Please let me know that you can hear. And also, I really like my webinars to be co-creative, and so please do bring, if you're listening live, bring your own information, your own guidance, your own insights. Use the chat box to share, and I'm so pleased everything is working well. And hi everybody that is listening live, welcome to Magic Month of August. And so let's begin with a version of Solara and Ra's daily practice, just to bring us into center and bring us into circle. And so when you are ready, closing your eyes and feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing. And as they relax, notice that relaxation, like a wave or sigh of energy, happening through your body. And as this happens, open up to your whole self, inviting any energy that is thinking about the future or that has attached to the past to just come into you now, to join you in presence, to join you in the beauty that is happening now, trusting that you are exactly where you are meant to be for your soul's evolution at this moment in time. I'm feeling a column of light from the center of the universe pouring down into your energy field, instantly raising your vibration and traveling down through you into the heart of Great Mother Earth, Great Mother Gaia. And as this light bounces off the heart of Gaia and travels back up through you into the heart of Source, feel yourself held in a two-way flow of love and light from the great hearts of creation. And in this two-way flow, invite your aura, the dance of colors and patterns of energy that are unique to you. Invite your aura to stretch out in all directions to the size that it wants to be right now. And as your aura expands, the chakras at the very top and very bottom open, letting more light and energy into you. As you feel your aura being sealed from top to bottom in white and golden light, know that only love and light can enter into your energy. And a foot away from the edge of your aura, feel the gold, yellow, orange, and white flames dancing around your energy, so that any energy released from any direction can be instantly transmuted into love and light and sent wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. Knowing that you are divinely protected. Relax into yourself. And as you do, feel your chakric system opening, letting light into your core and creating a rainbow of light that shines out from your center in all directions. And as your chakras spin, feel your energetic strands of DNA reconnecting you to who you truly are. Right here, right now, as you honor the expansion of your being. Feel the male, female, unity, and stillness parts of your heart melting and spiraling together, so that you come into the experience of the one heart, feeling your heart beating with the heartbeat of the earth, beating with the heartbeat of Source, beating with the heartbeat of the creational rhythm of the universe. And upon this rhythm, feel unconditional love flowing to, through, and from you. And as you experience this overflow of unconditional love, use the power of your intention to invite this love to become love as fire, which is passion. And feel the passion of your soul flowing to, through, and from you. Noticing how The temperature in your body changes. How your energy levels raise. How the colors in your aura brighten. Your life force energy gets recharged in this passion. As you open your heart to this webinar, and to the people that you are sharing this webinar with now and in the future. And as you do, feel all of these human hearts opening to you so that you are illuminated with the sacred medicine of human heart love. And allow any parts of you that are feeling unsteady to receive and soften in this love as you feel the gentle light of Sananda enveloping you in golden rays of loving kindness. And you allow yourself to be held, opening your heart to your inner self and asking, why am I here? Why am I listening to this webinar? And letting your heart answer you in words, in pictures, in knowing. As you breathe in love, feel the passion in overflow illuminating. As you breathe out gratitude, feel your energy expanding. And when you are ready, opening your eyes and coming into the room. So I'm happy to take my earrings off, David, if the flashing is annoying you. And so do use the chat box to share your intentions or anything you felt from that opening meditation. Definitely feels very, very brightening the energy of Magic Month, which makes this month, which makes a lot of sense considering the forecast. And overall, August is really glorious. It's really a powerful opportunity to align and ascend and awaken. There's so many amazing opportunities this month, like cosmic alignments. And it's certainly a month that, to make the most of it, requires a certain amount of courage. But courage is beautiful. It's a word that belongs to the French root word of heart. So sometimes we can be scared of courage, but really it's about coming from our heart and living from our heart. Great about the passion and the intimacy. My new favorite thing about intimacy is into me I see. So it's about listening inwards. And I'm glad that the connection with tribe is felt, and that you are all connected with each other in this crazy time. And so the energies in August, they are powerful, and they are certainly what I would call energies of invitation, which means the forces flowing through August are about inviting you to step out of what you know, to step into courage, to step into more truth, more of yourself. And great about the word patience, Amy. That's been a big theme of my week. My guys keep saying that one of the ways to really empower patience is to see it as an energy of confidence. So have a tune in about what that means to you. And I'm going to go into the forecast. So I want to begin this forecast by talking about Mars in Aries, which actually started on the 27th of June. But I feel like it's going to become more and more potent. Now, Mars is usually only it only usually spends 3 months in any system, and Mars in Aries this year is going to be in Aries from June 27th till January 7th. And so it's there for a really, really long time. And how I have learned to understand the planets and the star signs and all of this is that how I perceive it is that each planet is kind of in charge of currents of our consciousness. And in the same way that the moon can control the currents of the ocean, what the planets are doing has a wave effect on the impacts of our currents of consciousness. And Mars is the warrior energy in our consciousness. And Aries is also a fiery, stepping forward, moving forward warrior energy. So together they are a very, very potent combination. And whenever Mars has been in Aries, there's always been political revolutions happening, and that energy of revolution happening. And so for Mars to be in Aries for such a long time gives us this amazing opportunity to really create inner and outer revolution. And in general, when Mars is in Aries, it's about standing in your power. In July, Mars started to prepare to go into retrograde. And so when a planet goes into retrograde, it's about those forces happening on the inside rather than on the outside. And so August feels like preparation for an inner revolution, or even the beginning of an inner revolution. And of course, in the age of Pisces, which as a collective we are now starting to leave, revolution meant war. Mars meant war. Mars in Aries meant war. But I really invite you to just open up to what that might mean, what revolution means in the age of Aquarius. And it isn't about battle and separation, but about flow and heart And can we use this time to have a revolution of our heart or a revolution of our truth? And again, I invite you out of this kind of concept of standing in your power as being a battle. Actually, the root word of power is to be able. That's what it means, to be able. And so think about what you have so far not been able to do. And use these Mars and Aries forces to carry you into being able. And in fact, the most amazing conversation happened the other day on a journey I'm running, where it came out of it that change, the word change means to give and receive. And so in this time where so much is changeable, essentially we are giving and receiving for power, for our ableness. And I really feel like that force, it's going to come into its own with the other energies that are going on in August. The other thing that happened in July, that happened on the new moon in July, is my guide suddenly went, "You are in the gateway of the crown." And the gateway of the crown is between the new moon and the lion's gateway, which I'm going to be talking about. And what they showed me is it's like a portal of time, or a period when the earth is being showered, the human collective consciousness is being showered in energies that help us step into our sovereignty, that help us step into our worthiness, that help us step into the illumination of our truth. And it's almost like a rain shower of light information that is just pouring in. And I don't know if any of you guys have felt this, but as a result, not speaking your truth, not being in your truth, is becoming more and more uncomfortable. And these energies, they really help us connect to our sovereignty. And our sovereignty is the truth of our soul. It's the truth of who we are. And as we enter August, that showering is going to get even more prolific, and that sense of really being aware of where you're in your truth and where you're not is going to get even stronger. And the first thing that happens in August is one of my favorite things, which in the Northern Hemisphere is the Pagan festival of Lamas. And the Pagan festivals really honor what is happening in nature. And Lamas is halfway between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. And it is the festival, it's like the festival of abundance. It's the festival that marks the first harvest, the first fruits. Don't know if you've noticed, but the blackberries are out. The first blackberries are out. And what it's a festival of celebrating is basically the sun offering its life force energy to the grain. And that, we are nature. This is our time to receive the life force energy, the golden energy, the expansive energy of the sun. In fact, sunrise and sun gazing meditation is a really good thing to do this month, because you'll be connecting to the sun codes that are available. Lamas is a really good time to do offerings. It's a really, really good time to call in abundance and call in expansion and call in your own sun power. And every year it opens the kind of glorious sun-themed energies that belong to every August. It's just that this one is particularly potent. And because of things like Mars in Aries, all of these fire energies and the gateway of the sun, the gateway of the crown. And it's just like, fire as an energy inside of us and an energy outside of us is so important now, because fire is an energy that it's the energy of sovereignty. Out of earth, air, water, and fire, fire is the one that doesn't get polluted. And it's important that we are connecting to our own fire and not getting polluted in this time of chaos that is happening on a collective level. It's important that we're also able to connect to that inner fire, which in all of us is the sparkle in our eyes. It's the truth. It's the truth in us that doesn't get polluted. And so, and that is the fire that will lead a revolution in your life and outside of us as well. And so I had an amazing fact about, well, actually I knew this fact years ago and I'd totally forgotten it, and then I reheard it. The surface of the physical sun in our solar system is 98% of the surface of the solar system. So everything else, including Jupiter, is 2% of the surface of the solar system. And as outside, so inside. If the sun represents our truth, 90% of our creational energy, 98% of our creational energy is our truth. And everything that is orbiting around our truth is actually only 2%. So why do we put all of our focus and energy into the 2% all the time? How many of us, me included, do not know how to really hear our own truth, and yet we're hearing the 2% all the time? And so if there's any intention, it's like, actually, maybe let's pay some attention to the 98% creational energy within us. And just leave the 2% alone for a little bit. And then straight kind of off the back of Lamas, on the 3rd or 4th, depending on where you are in the world, is the full moon in Aquarius. And when the full moon's in Aquarius, and especially with all of this sun and fire energy that's happening this month, it really is about seeing the bigger picture. It's a powerful time to actually open up and go, okay, what's the meaning of life? And also open up to what the age of Aquarius is. What is the future in all of this chaos that is happening? It's a powerful time to listen to yourself, to really go into intimacy, I see. There's also going to be, my feeling is quite a kind of purification energy around that full moon. In order to see the truth, we have to let go of to hear the truth, we have to turn the noise down. And so it's a really good time to be connecting to the big goals, manifesting the big life plans, connecting to your purpose, and a really good time to be letting go of what is not your truth, noticing what is not your truth. The feminine cycle, those of you that watch Magic Month of July will know that the feminine cycle starts in July. And feminine energy has this chaos energy. And chaos energy is amazing at breaking down old systems and clearing things. And so it's really about harnessing that chaos energy that we're seeing all around us and using it to clear ourselves so that all that is left is the clarity of our truth. It's also a particularly powerful moon to do any kind of Kundalini breath practices, or any kind of breath work that is about calling life force energy into you. I'm going to show you a particular practice that you can do after this forecast. And so that's the full moon. A powerful day to do healing work, powerful day to do clearing work, very powerful day to manifest. It feels like that full moon slightly marks the, okay, we've been in this cocoon energy collectively and cosmically for ages. We've started to birth out of it, and that full moon feels like now we're arriving into where we are going. And then on the 7th, Venus moves from Gemini, where it's been since the 3rd of April, into Cancer. And I feel like that's quite important because, you know, we've been going through so much change and transition on a DNA level, on an energy body level, through the chaos, on so many levels. And my guides were talking a few magic months ago about this sense of having two hearts existing within you. You know, kind of grieving the old and opening to the new, but also having that Gemini effect in yourself of like not wanting to let go of the old and not quite ready to step into the new. And with Venus in Cancer, everything in the heart is going to be a lot more flowful. The other thing that's happening that week, and this jumped out at me so much when I found out about it, is the south node of the moon is conjunct with the galactic center. And that the galactic center of the universe is basically a black hole, and that sucks everything into it. And the reason this piece of astrology jumped out to me when I was researching Magic Month of August is because I'd had a vision while I was channeling of suns and stars and how they generate so much power and energy. And then I was kind of shown that, you know, fire is a very, very present energy. It doesn't really have a past. It's all about the present. And I was kind of shown that actually, in order for these suns, these stars to generate all of this power, there's a fuel coming in that is basically the fuel of the past, the old reality, through black holes. And I was kind of shown that, like, actually black holes and suns are polarities of each other, and the black holes are sucking everything in to generate the sun. And the reason that the vision was so powerful for me was because I was like, I am going to work with all of this chaos and change energy. I'm meant to be cooling it in to help me generate my sun energy. And we all are. And so the fact that this is happening on this week of the gateway of the crown, of Mars in Aries, of the lion's gateway, it just means that all of the emotional, material thoughts and feelings that don't serve us have black hole medicine in us. And they can, if we choose to let them go, if we choose to sign them out, they can actually be fuel to generate our fire. The way to fire is to offer the wood, offer the coal, offer the fuel. And so it's a really important week to be really choosing to let go. And I actually invite you not even to know what you're letting go, just consciously breathe and be like, I let go. Breathe out, I let go. And so just before that move, just after, the day after the move that Venus does, where this whole time of two hearts, you know, April 3rd, definitely has had that cocoon with caterpillars and butterflies energy going on. And I'm so pleased the black hole medicine resonates with you, Sharon. So just in time for the Lion's Gateway, Venus moves, and on the 8th of August is the kind of pinnacle of the Lion's Gateway. Lion's Gateway starts around the 25th, 26th of July and goes on until the 12th of August. But the main day of it, the kind of pinnacle moment, is the 8/8, so the 8th of August. Now, the Lion's Gateway is considered the spiritual new year. It is to do with the alignment of our sun, our earth, Orion's belt, and Sirius, which is considered our spiritual sun. It's one of the brightest stars in the sky. And during the Lion's Gateway, Sirius appears brighter. And so the cosmos is saying, this is the time to make your spirituality your truth. Your spirituality is your truth, your focus. And a little bit like I was saying about the feminine energies and the chaos, it's almost like the Lion's Gateway is, if you think of the feminine cycle starting the birth process, and then the Lion's Gateway is the light that you come through out into the world. And it's the start of the spiritual new year. The pyramids in Egypt are aligned for it. Every time I have ever held ceremony on the Lion's Gateway, it has been so cosmic, so magical, so vibration raising. It's such an amazing opportunity to like activate blueprints and Akashic gifts and, you know, the really kind of high spirituality stuff, light language activations. It's all about kind of expanding the potential of your own spirituality and coming out of the chaos by connecting to your truth, by connecting to all of the themes of Leo. That's why it's called the Lion's Gateway. So courage and strength and being heard in your truth, roaring and being visible and being sovereign. And one of the energies that can really help us with that is the sacred masculine. So because of all of the feminine energy that comes with July, then it's almost like you need to swing the other way and go into the energy of the sacred masculine. You know, the sacred masculine is not our Piscean perception of patriarchy. The sacred masculine is gentle. It is about the simplicity of your truth as an illumination of yourself. It is about stabilizing into your truth and committing to your truth and meeting your truth. And, you know, when we're, like I'd say, hardly anyone on earth right now has embodied the sacred masculine. And that's why we're so inconsistent in believing in ourselves, in trusting our paths, in truly stabilizing into the truth of that we believe. And so the sacred masculine is a really important energy, especially this year with so much chaos going on. And the Lion's Gateway is a really powerful time to commit to your truth. And then on the 11th, so just before the Lion's Gateway ends, Vesta, who is the asteroid that represents the goddess of hearth and home, enters Leo. And to me, that's about this whole Lion's Gateway journey of kind of fire breathing out, inner revolutionizing, connecting to our truth. It's like, and now come home to your path. And now let your truth become your sanctuary. And now listen around the hearth of your heart. And so like the alignment is just, pooh, and you know, Vesta's fire, everything is fire this month. On the 15th, then we're out of the Lion's Gateway, and Uranus which is the planet of revolution, goes into retrograde, and we're getting closer to the Mars retrograde, and so those inner revolutions that you're kind of calling in through the Lion's Gateway really start to become a happening inside of yourself. And again, the practice I want to share with you is going to help you work with kind of calling that chaos energy in. Actually, Uranus is almost smoother in retrograde than out of retrograde, because outer revolution is almost harder. When Uranus is in retrograde, it's like you can flow with the change. It's like it's going to make all of the change that is happening on the outside be easier. It's easier to flow into a new direction, to take leaps of faith, to become more visible, more aligned. One of the things my guide said about this Uranus retrograde was, ask yourself, what do you want to serve? Where do you want this revolution to take place? And so it's definitely a month for those big life questions. It's almost like there's been this massive mess up of the systems this year. And before we start rebuilding, let's all have a chat with ourselves about what we want to rebuild. And then on the 18th is a new moon in Leo. And so, and this new moon is just glorious, such a powerful time to manifest, but also manifest through action. It's all about following your heart, living your courage, shining your light. It's an amazing energetic portal to step into new path action, to commit, to walk, live, to doing things with passion. So it's very, very creative. Again, it's a powerful manifesting moon, but unlike the full moon, this is more about manifesting the immediate. Like, what is it that I need to do? I manifest the courage to start that project, or the confidence to do this. And so it's going from the bigger picture and bringing it into action. And my guides actually say, they have this like brilliant thing where they're like, decision is the moment that intention becomes action. So if you think the whole month is about turning your intention into your passion, and then with the new moon on the 18th, it's like, now let's bring it into decision. Let's commit. Let's bring it into action. And the rest of the month is really, really about exploring what passion means, taking all of that fire energy as a tool, allowing that fire energy inside of you, that passion to lead, to be the leader in your life, and really starting to put things into action. Is it's about being grounded. And I would say breath, when there's a lot of fire, often people kind of go, whoa, that's going to be really manic. And actually, breath with fire is the best way to ground. It's not so much about connecting to the earth as it is about connecting to the self. If you think air really directs fire, it's really important this month that you're doing your breath work so that you don't go manic. And especially at the end of the month, do breath work, do Nadi Shodhana, seek out other breath practices, find ways to center yourself with your breath. Really be in action at the end of the month, but also be in the fun and the balance of fun and action and the flow of joy and work. Those of you that have listened to Magic Month will know that all year my guides have been saying that we are moving from a way of purpose into a way of passion, which is when pleasure and purpose flow as one. And so I feel like the end of August is the first time to really start truly living that beyond a concept and stepping in to that. course, all of this takes a huge amount of courage, because fire is fierce and truth can cut, and fire is transformational. And one of the things that fire teaches us, what I was saying about the presence, is it's like we, there isn't any past. It's about what you want to do now, it's about being present. And if you think of that 98% analogy, the reason so many of us focus on the 2% is because that is terrifying. The force of our truth is 98% of our creational potential. And so the thought of even opening to our truth can be terrifying. But that the sky is aligned for it. So work with it, because this is the right time to meet fire with fire, to have that courage to do it. What I would say is it's really good, that thing we opened up with, of overflowing with love by calling love to, through, and from you, and then inviting that love to become love as fire, and allowing it to become passion, will really help you with your energy levels, with your center, with this revealing and revolution into your truth this month. So I would make that your daily practice. The other thing I would like to share with you is this really amazing tool that came out of one of our inner discovery journeys about when chaos is happening. And I know there is so much chaos happening, and there's so much feminine energy of recreation around, on a kind of global level, and for most people on a personal level. And it's this practice is a bit like working with that black hole sun analogy in yourself. And so if you close your eyes and connect to whatever chaos is happening. And chaos, my guides are saying, is always an I don't know energy. So, when you're torn between two decisions, or confused, or not really knowing what to believe, or feeling totally tossed about by what's going on in the world and in your life, and just connecting to that. And then connecting to the power of the magnetism of your body. And you may need to use breath to do this, dropping your breath into your belly. Sometimes it helps to do a really big breath and a big sigh out. The pleasure of the sigh out can teach us to really let go. When we let go, there is space. And where there is space, there is magnetism. And commanding with your intention that all of that chaos energy from whatever is causing chaos in your life gets pulled into you, gets pulled into the black hole medicine within you. And as this chaos energy, which is creative potential energy, gets called into your belly, it gets ignited by the spark of your Dharma. And boom, suddenly all of that creative potential energy has become fire, has become heat, has become the surface of the sun within you. And And what happens is then you start to radiate the sunlight of yourself. And just like the rays of the sun are really calm, suddenly you're radiating calm into where the chaos was. And this calm is your truth. It's the spark of your Dharma, the fire of your truth. And when your truth radiates light, it turns chaos into form, into matter, into new realities. Just notice how you feel. And when you are ready, opening your eyes and sharing how you feel, and sharing any questions you have or anything you want to know about the forecast that I have just shared. For me, I love that technique. It feels so recentering and empowering, and such a good way of using the medicine of the black hole and the medicine of the sun, which is what this time is all about. And so the calm is sublime, amazing. You know, how great would it be if enough people were doing that in this time of chaos? How much quicker would our ascension process be? And so I would say that's a really good practice to do. Probably in response. I'm glad you're delighted, and it's okay to be more confused. You can ask any questions you have. But sometimes when we do that and we're still confused, then the next step is to really open up and listen. My guides are saying if you're confused after doing that, it's because it's really time to hear your truth. It's really time to start listening to your truth and meeting your truth and knowing your truth. And I'm glad that it's resonating with you, Amy. And I'm glad that the energy is supporting your amazing path. And just to explain the spark of your Dharma in our embodiment is like a spark of star energy. And your Dharma is really the law that your dreams created you so that they could manifest, that you are the tool of your dreams. So it's like the law that your path will happen because it is you. It's kind of a really, really beautiful universal law. And so for those of you that would like to go deeper with the themes of August, the first thing that I am so excited to share is Starlight has a new course. It's an online course. It's called Call of Sananda. It's starting on the Lion's Gateway. And, you know, I have run a course called The Call of the Magdalene, which is all about connecting to the feminine cycle for years. And now this year, the Call of Sananda has been called. And like in the creating of it, I am having so many revelations and so much understanding. And it's basically a course happening over 2 weeks, but there's only 8 ceremonies. So it's a ceremony and then a day of integration, and then another ceremony and then a day of integration. It's done online in your own time. But there's loads of space holder support, guidance from me, all sorts of interaction and support. And it's, of course, in bowing to your truth. And it's working with the energy of Sananda, which is like the sacred masculine. So Sananda is kind of the name for ascended Jesus, but it's not religious in that sense. It's about honoring the journey of where the masculine in us, whether we are male or female or priestly, is going. And so it is about a bow to your truth, and it's about using ceremony to like de-armor your truth, to clear away the things that are not your truth, to hear yourself, the guidance that is coming through this, like all of that guidance about the masculine not being embodied has been coming through the creation of the caller Sananda, and the guides are explaining why, and the energy is just so beautiful. My guides literally say that they're like root of the meaning of the word Sananda in universal terms literally translates as the light of the kindness of my heart is illuminated. And so we have that starting on the Lion's Gateway, and I really think it's going to be such a sacred and powerful journey of aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your truth, and becoming more of yourself, and kickstarting that new spiritual path, cosmic cycle, with a really sacred ceremonial bow to your truth. And part of the inspiration for the course really came because I was like, oh my God, I've never really truly bowed to my truth. I don't respect my truth. We're all so good at kind of not being honest with ourselves and people pleasing and all of that. And so this is really about bowing to your truth. If you are interested, you can click the Find Out More button and it will open in another tab, so you won't lose the webinar, but we would love to have you if you're called. And then the other 2 things that I want to let you know about from Starlight, I haven't put it up as a link, but we do have a new moon online fire ceremony on the new moon, which you can find through the website. And if you're really feeling the call of the Gateway of the Crown and sovereignty, then I am running an inner discovery journey, which we have been running them since March, and they're by donation, and one word is picked, and they're just these inner explorations into the meaning of that word as medicine, as power, as frequency, as a tool for manifesting. And at the moment, sovereignty is running, but lots of people do it in their own time. So if you want to join, it's always donate afterwards. So you can just click join the journey and the Facebook group will open up. And then if you click announcements, you can see the opening vlog, transmission 1, transmission 2 is at the top of the page. And you can do it in your own time. And really, 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 I think that understanding what sovereignty is to you is the best way to receive the energies of the Gateway of the Crown, because in the opening sovereignty journey, the guides were like, sovereignty is going to be different for all of you, because no one can ever know someone else's sovereignty, because you can only ever know your sovereignty. You can only ever know you can only ever intimately, in a sovereign way, know sovereignty to you. And sovereignty is really important, because in times of chaos, it's our emotional belief system and probably physical immunity. Sovereignty is what stops things getting completely overtaken or melted into mush in times of chaos. And so it's a really important energy. So there is that. And then the final thing, we were going to run this in July, and then I got guided that actually with the gateway of the crown and all this fire energy, it wasn't the right time. But after the Lion's Gateway and after the kind of new moon and into this arrival of balancing the passion and path action, and to help integrate the Lion's Gateway and everything that August is, I have been guided to hold a wild rose medicine journey, which is basically where we drink the medicine. It's online, but we make with instruction. It's very simple, and drink rose as a medicine to teach us about softness in passion, softness in our path, softness in our hearts, softness in our self-love. And I feel like even as I'm speaking, it's like, wow, yeah, after all of that fire, allowing the passions and ideas and inspirations to flow through softness feels like a really good way for passion not to become mania, and to stay in courage rather than go into fear. And so that is a little online journey that we're doing at the very end of the month, beginning of September. And so whatever is in your heart out of those things, and it might be none of them, if it's in your heart to do it, I advise you to do it, because it is a really, really powerful time to be doing inner work and to be aligning your thoughts, words, and actions. My guides are actually going to do a message about how to align, and we're going to do a healing, a clearing of the truth with the energy of Sananda. Sometimes with Starlight journeys you also get really called. So my guides are saying that the symbol for the call of Sananda is a white feather. So if you start seeing lots of white feathers, Sananda might be calling you. And obviously the rose will probably call you with a rose if she wants you to take her as medicine. And no, it doesn't matter if you're a day late. I mean, the energy on the 8th is more powerful, and so if the practice is actually, the first ceremony is a chant ceremony. So if you can do it wherever you are, I would try and do it, but always, if you can't do something, it's because it's the right time for you to do it at a different day. And part of the reason that I felt guided to do Kula Sananda with like 1 day on, 1 day off, is to give time for people's lives so that there's always a catch-up day, and so you don't fall behind and stuff like that. So it's totally fine. If you wanted to start it on the 9th, you'd still be in that energy of the Lion's Gateway. And quite possibly, like I said, that particular ceremony could be done even if you're traveling. Amazing that you're going to be in Glastonbury. How exciting. And I'm glad that that's helped you with the chaos energy, Lauren. And I'm glad it feels huge for you, Sharon, and I'm glad that it feels amazing. That exercise did feel really huge for me. I was like, this is what they mean about co-creation. Do you know what I mean? I was like, this is a really powerful tool for us, for staying in your center, and actually this is creation. This is like how the universe is creating. And I think when the guides brought it through in a different inner discovery journey called Clarity, which is also available, they can all be done in your own time if any of you are called to it. Just message me on Facebook and I'll send you the group. I think the guys were like, yes, this hasn't been able to be given, but now the human collective are ready to understand that they can actually call chaos energy into themselves and make it available. Just so you all know, there are limits. So sovereignty is unlimited and the rose is unlimited, but because of the one-to-one support we call as Sananda, there are limited places. So I recommend, if you're really called, booking so that it doesn't sell out. And so I think that's everything I wanted to let you guys know about. I'm so pleased that it was helpful to you. I'm going to pull the card of the month now. And so the card of the month is dependability. And I love that it has the sacred union of the masculine and feminine, because everything that I've been learning about the sacred masculine is it does allow a kind of dependability of self, a stability of self, especially when it comes in to the amazing creational energies of the feminine. And actually, action in the sacred masculine is not a push. It's something that comes from radiance. It comes from like those sun rays that you were connecting to. It comes from a dependability or a trust in yourself, or a confidence as patience in yourself. And that can only happen when there is feminine and masculine embodied. And so it all feels so revolutionary, you know? And like my guides are saying, the reason the sacred masculine is embodied is because we've had years of the Piscean age telling us that source is outside of us, light is outside of us, the feminine being suppressed, therefore the body is rejecting as a feminine energy, as part of matter is then feeling suppressed and rejecting it. You know, it's huge. And it's like, yeah, we do need, especially if you look at the crisis going on in the world, we need to trust our own truth. We need to be able to be stable in our own truth. This revolution that Mars and Aries is bringing in, it's the revolution of truth. It's the revolution of truth. You know? One of the things that my guides said about sovereignty, in the sovereignty journey, they were like, if you want sovereignty, you've got to give up the magic of lying. Which has been a powerful force in human creation. And so, on that note, we will do this truth clearing now. And so when you are ready, closing your eyes, and feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing. And as you connect into yourself, connect to the portal of your truth, which is, of course, your throat chakra, your beautiful voice. Inner and outer. And we say to you, that your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all guardians. These energies are guardians of that which you trust. And because you have been conditioned to trust your fear, to trust the past and not the future, to trust fear, which is why you do not change. Take leaps of faith, live a life that is totally and completely fulfilled. Your thoughts, words, and actions have become guardians of this fear. And these thoughts, words, and actions are not always guardians of fear. Sometimes you can be thinking about what you would like to manifest. But your actions do not follow through because the dance of your thoughts, words, and actions are in guardianship to your fear and your love. And we invite you to ask on this full moon that is coming in the fire energies that follow, for you to ask your higher self to help you release the trust in your fear, so that that energy can pass through the black hole of the self and transform into trust in your truth, into the sanctuary of your truth, so that your truth is what you hold dear, which means you do not hold it back from the world. You do not stop yourself from giving it to another. You hold it dear. You treat it with reverence. And the more you treat your truth with reverence, the more you hold it dear, the more your thoughts, words, and actions will become the guardians of this truth. And when the thoughts, words, and actions all become guardians of truth, this is when you come into alignment, which means that you illuminate the abundance and paths that so many of you are seeking are able to happen once this alignment, this illumination occurs. And to begin this process of clearing the trust in fear, open yourselves up to the golden orange warm radiance of Sananda, and feeling this energy as the light of kindness streaming into your higher heart chakra, which is in the center of your chest. And as this energy streams in, to your higher heart, which is where your love and your truth meet, feel this white light flowing up into the spirals of your voice, dissolving the debris of truths that are not yours, purifying and crystallining your throat chakra, helping the sky blue energy of your throat chakra to brighten as if a window is being wiped clean. And as this energy streams into your heart, feel the higher heart activating reminding your voice that it is love, reminding your voice that it is love in action, reminding your inner voice that it is love. And as your voice fills with the memory that your truth is your love, the love of yourself, and the love that you have to give to others. Feel this white Sananda firelight clearing and burning through all that is not your truth. Feel this white sky blue flame igniting in your throat that will be clearing out your truth, sometimes with burping and sometimes with yawning. Between now and the full moon, and all that you have to do is open your love to your truth, burning it like a spotlight of kindness, welcoming your truth to stabilize, welcoming your faith to become consistent, welcoming your truth to be the thing you trust, welcoming your truth with kindness, the kindness of my heart is illuminated. And I am going to feel called to end with call of Sananda. And so allow this to be part of the illuminating and clearing of your voice. May you hear the call of your own Sananda as you bow to your truth. May your heart be gentle. when you enter the temple of who you are. May you hear your essence when you seek the source. As you bow, may you be present, or you become the chosen one of your sacredness. May your thoughts, words, and actions become the guardians of your courage, so that you align, letting trust be your redemption. As you bow, may you find a sacred union and illuminate with passion. As you bow, may your voice grace the benedictions of your spirit. May you be able, may you be simple, may you be glorious. May you hear the call of your own Sananda. May it become the charge of your purpose. May you remember, as you bow to your truth, that your life is the prayer of your soul. And feeling the violet flame coming through you, transmuting all energy that does not serve or belong into love and light. As the energy of Sananda leaves you, feel the sigh into sovereignty. As a golden rain shower of light pours down, taking any energy that is meant to go to Gaia as an offering to life. And feel how offering back in two-way flow to your aliveness. As a big beam of source light comes in, taking any energy that's meant to go somewhere else as an offering to the stars. And feel them offering inspiration to your passion in two-way flow. And breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. Breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. And when you are ready, opening your eyes and coming into the room. Put the link to Sananda up one more time. So much love and light and truth and sovereignty and passion and fire to you all. Thank you all so much for all that you have gifted this show. If you found Magic Month helpful, please do share and let other people know about the tools and information in this show. And I hope to see you all very, very, very soon at whatever calls you. So much love. I agree. Thank you, lovely.